Hey everyone, you are watching this video if you need to complete your Launchpad for Friday, September 11th. The content language objective was students will collect their learning orally and writing about area of algebra tiles to using models to multiply binomials. It is the same one we worked on yesterday and possibly the day before, because it's going to be very important not only for our next test, but also for the rest of the year and your entire math careers. This is going to become really important. So if you could write some words that you understand from the objective or some words you do not understand from the objective, just type those in right there. And then moving down, some practice problems using area models. Before you get to that, if you could please add to the chat a math word you have learned from this chapter. Okay. Fill in the correct boxes and write the area of the problem as a product and as a sum. So this is a little bit tricky. I have everything on the inside and I need to find my length and my width. So the easiest thing to do here, you guys, is you want to find the greatest common factor of 2x squared and of 10x. Okay, and the reason we do that, it doesn't always have to be the greatest common factor, but if you find the greatest common factor, this will always work, right? And a greatest common factor, if you think back to the numbers, I don't know, 24 and 36, the biggest number that can go into both of those numbers is, I believe, 6. Okay, and that's just going back. Sometimes if we go back to using just numbers when we have variables, it's easier to remember. Like 6 times 4 will give me 24, right? And 6 times 6 will give me 36. So both of those, the biggest factor they have in common is a 6. We're doing the same thing. So just look at the numbers, 2 and 10. What is the biggest number that can go in to 2 and 10? And that number is 2. And then they both have at least one x. So I'm going to bring an x out. Once you find one of the squares on the outside, it makes it easier to find the other ones. It's like a puzzle. So now I can say, okay, 2x times what will give me 2x squared? And that's just going to be x. 2x times x gives me 2x squared, because remember there's a 1 here. 2 times 1 is 2, and x times x is x squared. And then, whoops, 2x times what will give me 10x? Well, the x is already there in the 2. I don't need to do anything else. So 2 times what will be 10? And that's going to be a 5. And then 5, and it's going to be positive 5. That's going to be important. 5 times positive 5 times what will give me negative 15? Well, I have to have a negative because 1's a positive, so 1 has to be a negative. And 5 times what is 15? That's going to be 3. And I can check myself now. Is negative 3 times 1x negative 3x? Yes, that's correct. So now what I can do is write the area as a product and as a sum. And the product is easier. The area as product is equal to the length, which is 1x, but we just write x plus 5, times, that's where the word product comes in, the other side, which is 2x minus 3, because that's a negative 3, which is equal to the area as a sum, which is just all the insides added up. So we have 1 that's 2x squared, we have 1 that's positive 10x, and we have 1 that is negative 3x, and 1 that's negative 15. if you like, you can combine the positive 10x and the negative 3x, and that becomes positive 7x, and the negative 15 stays there. Okay. On the bottom table is a little bit easier because you have the outside, you just have to multiply. I'm going to go ahead and write the area as a product because it's going to be simple. I have 4x minus 2 on one side and 3x, and that's a positive 6, plus 6 on the other side. So now I just have to figure out the middle squares. The yellow square is going to be 4x times 3x, so 4 times 3 is 12. X times x is x squared. My red square is going to be negative 2 times 3x, so negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. And then there's only one x between the two of them. Then how about this positive 6 times the 4x? 6 times 4 is 24, and we just have one x. And then the negative 2 times the 6, that's just going to be negative 12. So if we add them all together, we get 12x squared minus 6x plus 24x minus 12. If you want to, you can combine this negative 6x and this positive 24x, and that just becomes positive 18x. Okay. Now that you have completed those, the only other thing we needed to do today was the mastery check located in the Schoology Quarter 1 folder. And we took the rest of class to do it, and I believe you could take it a couple of times. If you are not happy with the grade you get when you take it once, please try it again. Thank you. Still here. The independent time was just to make sure you get all of those practice problems in Khan Academy done.